Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Thursday morning Cuppa Joy show. I'm going to share this out and hopefully we'll get some of the P's for peace in and get this little thing started. I can't find it. Today's a thankful Thursday, and on these days we're looking for some comments from the rest of the family on what we're all thankful for. I'll be thankful if I can find this on Facebook so that I can share it out. Oh, hello. Hi, Deirdre, and thank you for sharing because I'm having some difficulty here at home. I've been trying to pull it up on my phone so that I could share it, and I'm having a little bit of trouble with that. So if you could continue to share, Deirdre, I'd appreciate it. I'm having some trouble getting things going. My phone is not acting so well today. So I'm going to actually restart it. Not the show, just my phone. And how are you, Deirdre? Grace isn't feeling well today, so I'm kind of doing this on my own, and we all know that I'm not quite versed at it yet, and I'm still getting used to everything. So I'm going to wait. Hopefully we'll get some more people in here before I start with our little opening so-called prayer. I guess it is a little bit of a prayer as we connect our hearts to our brains and ground ourselves and be ready for what the day brings. I'm hoping I have it bright enough in the kitchen. It's way too bright in my great room for me to do this live out there. Well, and I wouldn't be able to read the screen. So, well, you're good. Okay. Shared as much as you could. Okay, let me try again because it doesn't seem to be reaching anyone here. Oh, pardon me as I take my morning medicine. Do you have a lot of pills that you take, Deirdre? I swear, it's never ending. I mean, some of them are vitamins and supplements, but there's too many pills. That's all I know. Let me try this again. Come on. It's still not coming. That is bizarre. I think I'm just going to have one of them days where I can't seem to get anybody in here. Is it just me? Let me see if I can get people by just sending them messages. Yeah, nighttime starts at 4:30, and you only take pills for your high blood pressure. Yeah, I have the high blood pressure. I have for my heart, another one for my heart because I have, mild coronary artery disease. So, oh, hello, Julie. Welcome. I'm sorry I'm getting a little slow at this, getting things started on my own. I'm so used to being paired with Grace, but she's feeling under the weather today. So let's say a special prayer for Grace. And you're going to hear Scooby a lot today, unfortunately, because when they let their dogs out next door, he sees them and decides he needs to bark at them, even though they're not in our yard. But that's our territory, little dachshunds for you. So I'm just sending a little message to Suzanne. So hopefully she can join in the room. Okay. Hi, Brandy. So nice to see you here. I'm asking everybody. Oh boy. Okay. I just got a message on my phone about my supervisor. Sorry. I'm trying to contain myself because it's still like almost like a shock to me to find out that my supervisor had passed away. So I'm getting a message about, I guess, the funeral home and which cemetery she'll be. I'm not going to read that now because I need to focus on you all, and I'm going to get this show started. And I really thank you all for having patience with me as I try to just ground myself and stay connected with you all because you're my family and you've gotten me through some of the worst things ever. And I have so much to be thankful for. And that's right. Let's just shoo that moment that I just had under the table and let's talk about what we are thankful for today. And today, right now, I am totally thankful for all of you. And thank you for supporting me. I appreciate it. I'm not going to be able to do this much of the shows anymore because next Monday I do start back to work. And what a way to go back. It's different, but everything's going to work out perfectly. I know this. And thank you, Deirdre. Yes, she was important to me because she actually supported me a lot through what Colin went through because her own son is also an addict who goes back and forth a lot. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the happy story as Colin does right now. I mean, I'm sure this has really thrown him off. At least, maybe not. Maybe he's able to be strong. I certainly pray that he is. So we'll keep them in our thoughts and prayers. She's still on our prayer list. I don't know how to take her off, but her husband Eric is he's the one that has ALS, so he needs a lot of prayers, and so do their children. Okay, I know you all love me, and I love you more than words can say. So let's just start our day and get this show on the road. And I am definitely going to slow down my breathing because I can feel myself getting nervous, sad, and all the above, all the emotions that come with grief. So I need to get out of that. Let's breathe in as deep as you can. We slow down our breathing. We let love enter our lungs and fill them up with the light air or with bubbles of light like Grace would say. We inhale the peace that we're calling into ourselves and exhale all the love that comes out to share with others. And we offer our good morning blessings to all of our family here. And we're holding Gracie in our heart today because she is not feeling well. I don't think it's anything serious, but it's serious enough when she doesn't show up. We all know that, So let's just think of Grace today, and maybe we should send our heart hugs all to Grace so she knows that we are supporting her and that we miss her. I certainly miss her. um, and I hope you all can help me through this morning show. And please put down what you're thankful for today. And keep sharing it out because for some odd reason my phone isn't letting me do so at the time. I still can't figure it out. I did try restarting it and it's just not kicking in. So I'd like to say a good morning to Pat Moss. Is it afternoon there? I get so confused with everyone's time zones. How's the weather in England right now? I would imagine it's about the same as it is here in the States, kind of cold. We're expected to go up to the 50s today. I keep looking out there because Scooby is out in the other room, and I'm making sure he's not going to start barking and interrupting me. Yes, Deirdre, always grateful for our loving family. Yeah. Me too. Me too, because yeah, without you all, I don't think I would have come this far. And I imagine it would have been a harder struggle all along, especially getting Colin on the right road. And he's like a miracle. He really is. And he's working hard and staying sober. It's nothing short of a miracle. It really is. And I hope he stays that way. I know he will. So it's 1 p.m. there. So it's 1 in the afternoon. Nice and dry weather. Yep, we're dry here in Maryland too. No, the sun is really bright in my great room. That's why I'm here in the kitchen. I am on my new dinette set, which I absolutely love. We had this old, and not that it's in bad shape. It's in really good shape. This old table and chairs that a previous neighbor of ours sold to us really cheap. We had a whole set, a big table and chairs and what are they called? Not a curio cabinet, but the big things that you could put plates and everything inside of. And we got rid of that one a long time ago and switched to a little bit more of a wired baker rack thing. It suited our needs a little bit better, and it was just too much furniture in here, too big. So we've downsized a little. We're preparing our house for a potential sale. Although we're getting hints from Colin that he might want to actually buy our house. Uh, or what we might do is rent it to him. And something like that. I have no idea what we're going to do. That's all up. Oh, good morning from Colorado. Who's on Enlightened World Network? Who lives out in Colorado? A whole bunch of people, but I know it's not Ruth Anderson because she is with Teri. So, if you want to identify yourself, that would be great. So I can say a proper hello. So oh, hi, Sue. Sorry. I should have known it was you. I'm sorry. Good morning. So you're up early, huh? Okay. Well, let's get this day started. I don't see anybody putting in anything else that they are grateful for except for Deirdre. Okay. Uh, I have a story for us all if we want to do story time. I'm not sure if Andrea is available. I believe she's still up in New Hampshire. She might be busy with going to certain doctor appointments. Most of them are routine appointments, so we're still keeping her in our prayers, because especially when she has to travel back to North Carolina from New Hampshire, it's a very long drive. It's a long drive from my house to North Carolina, especially the western side of North Carolina. It's like, oof. To get to Marlena takes me almost 7 hours, especially once you hit the traffic. It's a mess. Oh, your snap came through. Deirdre, that's good. Whew. Well, that was a mess. This whole government shutdown was a mess. Has anybody heard? Did they settle on anything? I really wasn't online today. I was looking for uh, Teri's new uh, blog, Angel blog, so I could read that. And I really haven't looked at any of the news. To me, it's just, blech. I don't even want to talk about it, you know? So anyway, let me let me pull up Teri's blog so I can get that ready for us. It's called, I'm reading the one that she put in about 5 hours ago into the Angel Speakers, and it's called Choosing Growth. And I haven't read it yet. There was a one before that, and I'm not sure which one Grace read to you guys yesterday because I had to go to an appointment. I did get my nails done, and it feels really good to do so, believe me. They're a little short, so they're not as magnificent as usual. When I go to this girl, she does everything by hand. All her nail art is by hand. She doesn't use stencils or those like sticker thingies that they do. She does them all by hand, and I sort of got a little bit of the maroon color going on with some gold. Anyway, that's my nails, and I'm grateful for Amanda. That's the girl who does my nails. She is on our prayer list because she's one of the young brides, young wedded woman. I think they've been married for 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. She really wants to have a baby. And yes, she's on our prayer list so that everything with her fertility works out in the end for them. Oh, okay. Andrea is here. And here comes Catherine. Hi, Catherine, down in Florida. Good morning. Thanks, Deirdre. Yeah, I love getting my nails done. This time they were kind of short, and though I could get tips on, I try not to do that because they don't usually work for me because I have a tendency to pick at them, or I wear gloves a lot well, I will be wearing gloves a lot at work again starting on Monday, and they kind of end up lifting, and then they get stuck in my hair when I'm washing my hair, and then it's just like they start pulling off, and I don't like that. It's not comfortable, and then they ruin your nail bed. So Mary Crincoli is here too. Welcome, Mary. Okay, we're going to get ready and just go into story time because I've wasted enough time talking about nothing. That's what I do. Sometimes I ramble, and I need to keep to the script, as we say, me and Grace and Teri. So I am going to read Choosing Growth. One can choose to go back toward safety or forward toward growth. Growth must be chosen again and again. Fear must be overcome again and again. And that's from Abraham Maslow. There is a moment on every spiritual path when the road beneath your feet becomes unfamiliar. The heart whispers, go forward, yet the mind clings to what feels safe. Fear wears many masks. Sometimes it announces itself loudly, and we know without question that we're trembling inside. Other times it creeps in quietly, a slow erosion of energy, a subtle hesitation, a nagging doubt that we avoid naming because the word fear feels too heavy. But fear, acknowledged or not, has a purpose. It asks us to pause, to look within, and to ask, what is this really about? Is it fear of failure? Fear of being harmed? Fear of being seen? Fear of commitment? Or perhaps the most tender of all, fear of being judged for who we truly are. We forget sometimes that authenticity is a courageous act. Standing up for our soul's truth can feel daunting, especially when we imagine the opinions of others echoing louder than our own inner voice. Yet the angels remind us that strength does not come from outside. It rises from the quiet place within, where the divine speaks to us in love, not expectation. Staying in our comfort zone. Boy, this is really relating to me right now. Staying in our comfort zone may feel safe, but comfort can quickly turn into stagnation. And in that stagnation, resentment grows. Resentment toward the world, towards others, sometimes even towards ourselves. True peace comes from honoring our inner guidance system, listening deeply, and taking the step forward when our heart aligns with the path. This has been my lesson here in Egypt. I wanted so much for my journey to be meaningful, not just a checklist of temples and ancient stones. While each site holds beauty and history, my soul yearned for something different, a spiritual connection, not a historical tour. I came seeking Moses. I came seeking Jesus. I came seeking the divine heartbeat of this land. And in meditation, the angel spoke with such clarity. You will not find what you seek inside the temples. You are here to understand the land, but your true connection lies elsewhere. They were right. My heart opened most deeply in Cairo, in the humble place where Divine Mother once took refuge with Jesus. I could close my eyes and feel the warmth of their presence, the tenderness of their journey, the holiness of that moment in time. That was where my soul remembered why I had come. I walked this land not as a tourist, but as a peace ambassador. We are so proud of you, Teri. I hope you listen to this restream. We are very proud of our Teri there in Egypt. So she walks as a peace ambassador, here to connect the energy of Egypt to the peace grid that spans the United States, woven so lovingly by angelic hands long before my arrival. Every step I take forward, I take with intention, with courage, with faith. Fear may rise again and again, but so too will the opportunity to choose growth again and again. Dear angels, guide my steps. Help me walk boldly where my soul is called, and when fear whispers, remind me that love whispers louder. Dear ones, every time you choose growth, you choose freedom. And every time you choose freedom, your soul exhales in the remembrance of why it came to earth in the first place. Growth is not the absence of fear. That's a good one. Growth is not the absence of fear. It is the willingness to walk with fear and still move forward. When you take that sacred step, even a trembling one, heaven does not remain still. Heaven rises to meet you. The angels align beside you, guiding, supporting, and clearing the way in ways you may not see. Trust the path unfolding beneath your feet, even when the road curves into mystery. You are not walking a random journey. You are walking a divine choreography woven long before your first breath. Each stone, each sunrise, each unexpected turn carries purpose. Love is the architect of your steps. Grace is the wind that pushes you onward. And know this, precious heart, every yes you have dared to speak has echoed through the heavens. Not one of them has gone unnoticed. With every yes, you opened a new doorway of possibility. With every yes, you allowed your wings to unfurl a little more. With every yes, you declared your willingness to embody the truth of who you are, a luminous soul on a sacred mission. So keep choosing growth, even when it asks you to stretch. Keep choosing freedom, even when it invites you beyond what feels familiar. You are not alone in any moment of your becoming. You walk wrapped in the angelic presence, held in divine certainty, and uplifted by a love that has never once let you go. The angel whisper, choose to step forward. The entire universe steps with you. Today, I promise to step forward. Wow, I really needed that one, and I'm glad I had the chance to read it for you all. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Now, let me see. What do we all have to share? Because while I read, I miss a lot of people coming in and I miss messages. Oh, Teri, good morning or good afternoon there. And where'd you go? I lost you. You're on your way to the Red Sea. Oh, I just read a couple days ago a blog from in November of last year, 2024, and it was called the Red Sea. So I really, I can't believe you're actually going to be right there. That's amazing to me. It really is. And I'm glad you're doing well. And this last story that I just read was I needed it this morning. I really did. Oh, I can't wait for you to come back. You're going to have so many great stories to share. Yeesh. Hi, Blue. Sorry, I've been kind of reading, so I missed a lot of the messages going by. I'll try to catch up here. Andrea said, a profound message and whisper. It resonated with me deeply. Me too, Andrea. I really like that message. All right, let's see what else I missed. Oh, I missed Blue Jean coming in. Good morning, Blue. Good morning, Darlene. You're welcome, Brandy. Yeah, I'm. I step up, but I have a tendency to ramble too much, especially in the very beginning. So I get us off track quite easily. But we're doing pretty good, I think. We're all good on time, and I have nowhere to go this morning, but I'll try to make sure we end it before before 9 o'clock. Excuse me, so that I don't want to ramble, and there are some things I need to take care of today. Some things that just came up. So somebody. Oh, I guess that's Sue. Good to be here with you this morning. It's really good, and I really appreciate everybody at Enlightened World Network for supporting us as we deal without our leader, Teri, for a while. We did get a message from both Jim Mershon and Charlie. They'll both be stepping forward starting next week, I believe. They'll be a bit more available to help Grace with the Cuppa morning show, because once I start back to work, my time is kind of limited. Oh, I rambled a bit this morning, Andrea, but I got hit with a little bit of a surprise, so it kind of took me off track for a minute. But I'm trying my best. I love reading the stories, and I hope I do sound more professional than what my husband thinks I sound. I know, Deirdre, I shouldn't even pay attention to what he says, but I've lived with him for so long that sometimes when he tells me something, I think he's probably correct. I'm not perfect, Jean. I don't think any of us are truly perfect, but I feel pretty confident in what I do, and I certainly don't mind doing this. Uh, I wish I had. I wish I had the gift of speaking without having to write things down and read from a script. I don't have that yet. It just doesn't flow out of my mouth as easily as it seems to do for other people like Grace and our Auntie Jean Lorio. If she can pull a prayer out of nowhere and her words form automatically, and I wish I could do that. I just don't have it yet. Um, I'm reading about spiritual gifts and I've just got a new book called Sacred Conversation. Oops. By Marcia Crockett. And it's actually going, at least I think it's going to help me connect with some of the spiritual direction gifts, including awakening, hospitality, story, which I can tell stories as long as they're written down, right? Pilgrimage, silence, meditation, and belonging. So these are all written. This book was written to help people in, I guess, spiritual communities that are actually like stepping up as leaders. I'm not looking to be a leader of any kind, but I am looking to share whatever gifts I have. And I'd like to bring them forward so that when I do a show like this, I'm able to speak a little bit more eloquently and, from my heart. And it's got to sound like it's from my heart and not from a script. So that's where I am. I'm continuing my learning in this spiritual kind of community so that I can present my gifts in a more loving way. I am perfect. Okay, Jean, I'll take your word for it. I'm perfect. And can we add Vicky and her husband to today's prayers? He has cancer and her dog just died. Oh, one of her horses died earlier this year. Oh, Vicky, we are holding you in our loving, huge family heart and praying for your husband. And we hope that God takes care of you and brings you peace and love. So yes, is she on the prayer list? I can't remember. I know we read all those names. That is one huge list of prayers, names on that list, and I'm going to write this down. I think Grace has the actual prayer list, and at least I hope she does, and she can add it to it. But I'll write it in my little notebook here so that we don't forget. And we're adding it per Blue Jean. And I want to make sure I put the additional notes in there. Okay. Let's move on and see what other messages I may have missed. I feel really bad. Because I'm not quite as good as keeping up with the messages as maybe Teri is. It's a lot to get used to. It really is. I commend Teri for keeping the show going and flowing without as many hesitations as I have. Hi, Annie. You're okay. The car rider line with Grayson. I remember those days. I used to sometimes drop off Marlena at school. Those were on days that I didn't have work or I worked in the afternoon. I can't remember, but I know there were some days when I used to do that. I need to lighten up on myself. The amount of energy you waste. Yeah, I do. I do waste energy on it. And that's why I needed to read that story today. That makes me, stop worrying about what other people feel or say about me. I'm going to stay in my own lane and I'm going to keep doing what I do because I feel good when I do it. I love talking to you all. I'm getting used to it. It's a little weird talking to the screen, but I see all your names and I know you're all there with me. So thank you for that. And thank you for your patience. What Big D said? Big D. Yeah. She might be a small, petite woman, but yes, she's very big. She comes across larger than life. All right. So what else? What else do we have to share today? Anyone? Got a few minutes here, but we could always go into our prayers if you like. I still haven't been able to find Leo's music. Uh, if I had it anywhere on my computer, I don't think I do because normally I'm usually in the car and it's on always, I listen via my phone. So I don't have his music saved anywhere. I'm not even in my phone, I don't think. And I don't do TikTok or any of those other things like Spotify or whatever. So I apologize. I don't know why it's not in the in our music selection on the restream page. We have no idea what happened to it. It's just not there. I don't know how it got deleted, and I don't know how to get it back. Hopefully, maybe Grace is working on that. Oh, thanks, Darlene. I'm doing the best I can. You won't have to deal with me too much longer. Hopefully, other people will step up soon and relieve me. Uh, Grace needs to rest as well. She's going through quite a bit in her life, and although you don't see it on her like you see it on me. Yeah, when things happen to me, I'm quite. You can read it in my face, and you can hear it in my voice. I get shaky. Yeah. Well, but anyway, back to Grace. She just woke up with a slight headache today, and she just wasn't feeling herself. But I'm sure she'll be back tomorrow, and I'll be back tomorrow, and probably Saturday and Sunday because mm, um that'll be my last few days, full days, and then when I start work, I'll be back to that Monday through Friday listening in my car. And then I could probably do some Saturdays and Sundays if people want. Okay. So, what else was said? It doesn't matter. No sorry in Pville. This time we have together is perfect. Yes, it is perfect. I love being able to see all your names come up on the screen because when you first come in and there's no one in here, you're kind of like, I'm talking to myself. And then tried sharing it, and now my phone didn't want to cooperate, so I wasn't able to share it. Thank God Deirdre saw it. And Deirdre started sharing it, and then everyone else showed up. So I'm comfortable now. You think I can't get rid of you, Blue. No way. You're around me all the time. I can feel it. uh, you add to my sassiness. You really do. You're trouble. You're trouble with a capital T. I can't wait to come up someday and just see that magnificent barn you've made, you and your husband. It's a beautiful place. Those horses have it made in the shade. They certainly do. No, but I'm not coming up in the winter or the fall. I'll come up when it's warm. Oh, I avoid cold weather. Whew. I don't like it cold. We all know that. Okay, so I've definitely rambled on. Yes, Brandy, that is true. I can hear you snickering, Blue Jean. Yes. So the story was magnificent today. Let's hold those thoughts in our hearts. And let's think about all the people that couldn't make it in today and send our prayers out to them and prayers for Jean's friend Vicky and her husband and prayers for all in need. Thank you, Julie. And there's Deirdre's prayer, which we all hold dear in our hearts, and we thank you, Deirdre. Prayers for all humans, Gaia, and all who live on her back. World peace, attention to human trafficking, support for all families living with addiction. Teri, for her safe and beautiful journey over there in Egypt and when she moves through to India and the UK. For Teri's family, especially her sister, Billy, and her niece, Paula. Prayers for our troops, the United States of America, and any of our traveling Ps, especially Andrea. Andrea Andrea is ready for any road trip anytime. It is amazing to me because as much as I don't mind driving, like Bob, when I tell him that we should go and visit Marlena more often, it's like he just doesn't want. No, you don't want any part of it because the drive is it's hairy at times. It's long, but I never look at that. I always try to find a little back way here and there so that you're not constantly on the main highways. And as soon as he's behind the wheel, it's an active thing where he goes into this is like going to work because he has a horrible commute into work each day, and I can understand that. He usually has to go through some of the worst highways in Maryland and Washington D.C. and Virginia. So it's like I know he just doesn't like to drive. I kind of like going on these road trips by myself, like Andrea does, or with my little Scooby. He's the best little car rider ever. I've never had a dog that just slept most of the way. No whining, no nothing. He just lays there in the seat and goes along with the trip no matter how long it is. So I love it. I mean, he's shaky at first because he's all excited and doesn't know where he's going. I could be taking him to the vet, his least favorite place. So but after a while he calms down and then he's the perfect little travel partner. But yes, Andrea, we need to do many road trips together, and who knows? Possibly one day on my way down to Charlotte, I can stop in and see you. I need to retire so that I can do all these things without having to worry about calling off of work. So, as Blue Jean says, prayers for this list, for prayers for the lost, for the lonely and forgotten, all animals, great and small. Yeah, all animals, great and small. Andrea says, love and prayers for all. Oh, you're feeling the hugs from all of you. Thank you for starting my day with love. Well, you're welcome. I love this place too. It is just a heartwarming community, and it's very special to be part of it all. Let's see if I have anything to add. I know Brandy, if she's still here, usually has a prayer as well. That prayers for those who have been touched by dementia and suicide, and I added to that, and for all their caregivers. And Blue reminded us of Sally's prayer for the lost, the lonely, and forgotten, for anyone in the abusive relationships. Prayers for those with the chronic illnesses, both physical and mental. Prayers for all of us who are healing from either surgeries or just injuring ourselves, like Blue re-injured herself. I know Grace's shoulder has been bothering her is too much frequently, too much lately. And let us all remember the Proverbs. A joyful heart helps healing. A merry heart is good medicine. And laughter is one of God's good gift to us. So thank you all for letting me laugh at myself. Believe me, I have to, because it's so funny. I'm sitting here looking at the screen and I'm looking at myself. So all I can do is just giggle every now and then. It's just kind of goofy. So anyone else have any prayers? It's okay to hold them in your heart. We're all here for every one of us, and we're all holding each other up in prayers. And then Thanksgiving. It is the best way to start the day, Andrea Gregg. Oh gosh, what a wonderful feeling, right? Just to have us all here holding each other up in prayers, making each other smile and laugh. And let's remember to from the words of Leo's song, what we do most of the day, and it's not always easy to do the triple A. It's not always easy to accept what's happening around us, in our world, or in our own private lives. But we go on, we move on with faith and hope and trust in the God that hears our prayers. So we remember to accept, align, and allow. The universe has our back. I believe that. I believe in our manifestations that we say every day. We are worthy. We are deserving. Most of all, we are love and light, and we share that with others. We need to bring others into our family so that they know that they are also love and light. You're welcome, Julie. Oh, you all are awesome. Deirdre, you're wonderful. And thank you for showing up this morning and helping me to get the show going. I love holding our family together. It is a mission, and it's one I take very seriously. And that's why I did this. I said, well, I can't let Gracie do it alone. I got to try. And that's why I stepped forward, because I could. I had the time. And as we all know, everything happens for a reason. There's a reason I was able to do this for us all. And I'm happy to do it. I may not have the prayers that just come right out, but they're here, and they're here in my heart. And I love sharing with you. It's very healing. It really is. Okay. Oh, yeah. I did write some little notes down. I do this like in the morning, when I do my journaling and stuff. And I remember the words of like Jesus. He said, where two or three are gathered in his name, he is there with them. And that's from Matthew. I do quote the Bible when it's not like I read the Bible every day, but in some of my readings, it quotes the Bible, and then I find what's profound and sticks in there for me, and then I share it with you guys. So yes, let's thank each other. Let's share our love. Let's share the blessings. There we go. Thank you. I love you. Have a blessed day from Andrea. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. Yeah. I thought about singing for you guys. I might find remember the Sunday Come to Meeting song that Terry would play? I figured if I sang it, nobody could, turn it off or kick us out of Facebook or whatever. So we'll see. I'm gonna come up with a lot of nerve to do that, but it is a song that I hold deep in my heart because that's what got me through Colin's addiction and the worst times of his addiction. So we got Pat Moss saying, "Thank you, I love you." We have Deirdre. Excuse me. This is what happens when I cough. When I talk too much. Thank you, I love you. Julie Kiss said, "Thank you, Kathy." But yes, thank you. Thank you too. And I really appreciate all of you coming in and sharing the morning with all of us. So, as Terry would say, Andrea, don't tempt me with a good time. One of our road trips, we'll go out and do some karaoke. Yeah, and then you'll never ask me to sing again. I guarantee it. Anyway, thank you. I love you all. Stay in your heart. Stay blessed. Aloha, mahalo, and namaste, y'all. Namaste, Deirdre. And I love you too, Annie. I love all of you. Bye for now. See you tomorrow morning.